nothing related from what is being stated in the streets, and the police have viewed him as a number one suspect besides Chrisean. I do feel that Chrisean is a suspect, but until they have further proof or evidence.
The internet froze today, like someone unplugged the entire Wi-Fi grid, because the moment word spread that the Zeus CEO was targeting Chrisean Rock, fans didn't just blink, they detonated. This wasn't your usual influencer meltdown or petty celebrity beef. No, this felt like the opening scene of a scandal so explosive it makes the Kardashians look like they're doing quiet yoga in a library. And the craziest part, the whole thing is tied to the dark, messy, unsolved, and increasingly suspicious Ronny Doe investigation, a storyline already dripping in mystery rumors, and the kind of tension that makes even Netflix writers jealous. When the Zeus CEO allegedly brought authorities into the picture, it didn't just raise eyebrows, it launched them into orbit. The timeline erupted with screaming emojis, conspiracy threads, and fans acting like unpaid detectives cracking open a murder mystery. The idea that Chrisean Rock, queen of chaos and ruler of emotional earthquakes, was being singled out by the very network she helped turn into a circus, that sent shockwaves through every corner of social media. Suddenly, everyone wanted answers, fast, and trust me, once you hear WHY, the Ronny Doe case just became the ugliest scandal of the year, you'll understand why this drama feels less like gossip and more like the opening act of the wildest investigation reality TV never filmed. From the moment the rumor leaked that the Zeus CEO was circling Chrisean Rock like a hawk, the internet knew trouble was brewing, the kind of trouble that doesn't walk in quietly, but kicks down the door wearing steel-toe boots. Chrisean has survived breakups, breakdowns, blue-face drama, family fights, and enough live stream chaos to power Zeus Network for years. But this hit different, because when corporate suits, legal teams, and police reports start entering the chat, it means somebody pressed a button labeled nuclear behind the scenes. And all signs pointed to the Ronny Doe situation being the spark dot to understand the gravity of this bomb. You have to rewind to the messy timeline that's been haunting the internet like a ghost with Wi-Fi access. The Ronny Doe case didn't just appear out of nowhere, it had been quietly festering, whispered in group chats, hinted in shady posts, and fueling conspiracy theories faster than fans could screenshot them. Nobody knew exactly what happened to Ronny Doe, but everyone knew one thing: the situation was dark, confusing, unfinished, and now somehow tied to Chrisean. And if there's one thing Chrisean hates, it's being dragged into mysteries she didn't sign up for. But that didn't stop Zeus CEO from stepping onto the battlefield like a villain entering a movie scene. The moment reports surfaced saying he contacted authorities, the internet treated it like a coded message. Chrisean is being targeted. Fans assumed the worst. Critics assumed the best. And neutral viewers were just grabbing popcorn, like, finally, new content. Arguments erupted instantly. Who leaked what? Why now? Why her? What does Ronny Doe have to do with Zeus Network? It was like the world's messiest puzzle. And every missing piece pointed toward more chaos. Chrisean's immediate reaction didn't help either. Instead of brushing off the rumors, she spiraled emotionally, pacing, ranting, crying, screaming, and firing back at imaginary enemies like she was fighting ghosts only she could see. Her energy was frantic, defensive, scattered. And when Chrisean panics, the internet panics with her. Fans rewatched her live streams from weeks ago, detecting fear in moments they originally overlooked. Suddenly, every tear, every sudden mood switch, every emotional collapse became evidence that something was brewing long before the Zeus CEO made his move. And the CEO, he played his role perfectly. Cold, quiet, calculated. No messy rants. No Instagram lives. No chaotic energy. Just rumored phone calls, possible reports, and behind-the-scenes pressure being applied like he was tightening bolts on a machine ready to explode. Corporate silence always speaks louder than influencer noise. And the silence from Zeus HQ told fans one thing: this wasn't a joke. Something had gotten serious, and the Ronny Doe case was right in the middle of it. People close to Zeus began leaking crumbs. Not full receipts, just enough to ignite the internet's imagination. One insider claimed the CEO had been monitoring Chrisean's behavior for months. Another said the Ronny Doe situation crossed a line. Internally, someone else hinted Zeus couldn't protect her anymore. And suddenly the internet was screaming, like they'd just found a treasure map. What line did she cross? Fans made wild assumptions. Everything from contract violations to hidden footage to emotional instability affecting production. The theories got darker every hour then. The Ronny Doe conversation resurfaced with new intensity. Blogs began hinting at inconsistencies. Fans dug up old rumors. And the loudest voices claimed Chrisean knew more than she let on. Her name trended alongside Ronny Doe, like it was a court case instead of a social media scandal. And when you combine an unsolved situation with Chrisean's chaotic public image, the timeline becomes a breeding ground for suspicion. People weren't just asking questions. They were accusing, speculating, dissecting. Logical or not, the story had momentum. Blueface didn't help either. Instead of calming the storm, he poured gasoline on it with cryptic posts, side-eye emojis, and carefully timed comments like, "Y'all ain't ready for what's coming." Fans interpreted everything as a hint that he knew something explosive. Whether he was trolling, stirring chaos, or holding on to actual information didn't matter. The internet doesn't care about truth, it cares about drama. And Blueface supplied drama like Amazon Prime with same-day delivery. Meanwhile, Chrisean was losing grip. Her emotional reactions became more erratic. She lashed out at fans, at blogs, at Blueface, at the CEO, at the universe itself. It was like every nerve in her body was firing at once. She kept repeating she didn't do anything, but the internet had already shifted from curious to suspicious. Her defensive tone only made people dig further. And when Chrisean gives the internet something to dig into, they dig until they hit the earths. The tension peaked when alleged text messages surfaced. Screenshots, claiming Zeus execs were fed up with Chrisean's unpredictable behavior and concerned about legal exposure. Surrounding the Ronny Doe case, were the screenshots real? Nobody knew. Did the internet care? Absolutely not. In fact, the uncertainty made the drama juicier. Fans began saying Zeus was plotting against her. Others claimed Zeus was protecting the brand. And others said, this is bigger than we think. But the most chilling detail wasn't the rumors or the accusations, it was the shift in the energy around Chrisean. She wasn't just a reality star caught in chaos. She wasn't just a viral personality fighting trolls. She suddenly became a potential suspect in a mess tied to Ronny Doe. Whether true or not, the label stuck instantly. And once the internet labels you, undoing it feels impossible. Everything she posted was scrutinized. Every silence looked guilty. Every emotional outburst was proof. The ugliness grew like mold in a dark basement. Zeus fans fought Blueface fans. Chrisean supporters battled Ronny Doe theorists. Drama pages milked the situation for views. And the police involvement rumor became the centerpiece of a digital circus with no ringmaster. It wasn't entertainment anymore. It was a frenzy. And every side wanted a villain. And in the middle of this escalating storm stood Chrisean, angry, scared, defensive, emotional, isolated, unsure who to trust. And now being hunted by a CEO who seemed determined to make an example of her. And trust me, what came next made the situation 10 times uglier. The second phase of this scandal didn't creep in quietly. It slammed into the internet. Like a wrecking ball dipped in jet fuel. Just when everyone thought the situation couldn't get uglier. The story mutated into something far wilder, darker, and louder than before. The Zeus CEO's alleged involvement sent fans spiraling. But what happened next? That turned the timeline into a digital battlefield. Everyone had a theory. Everyone had a screenshot. Everyone had an opinion. And none of it matched. It was chaos wearing a crown. Rumors spread like wildfire that Zeus executives were meeting behind closed doors, reviewing footage, revisiting contracts, and whispering about liability. That word alone sent fans into orbit. Liability. For what? Were they afraid Chrisean would expose them? Were they worried she might connect the Ronny Doe situation to Zeus? Or were they terrified that the scandal would drag the network into courtrooms they didn't want to step foot in? People started treating the Zeus CEO like a movie villain planning his next mastermind move. And the fact that he stayed silent only added fuel to the conspiracy fire. Meanwhile, Chrisean's name became a trending hashtag every hour. Not because she posted anything, but because her silence created a vacuum the internet filled with hysteria. Every snippet of information, real or fake, turned into content. A blurry screenshot of Chrisean looking stressed became breaking news. A half-second clip of her on live, turning her head, became she's hiding something. A tweet she liked from 2021 became foreshadowing. TikTok detectives were making full documentaries, using clips from episodes, live streams, and interviews, stitching them together like they solved a true crime mystery. And just when the frenzy began to settle, Hazley jumped into the conversation again like the internet's permanent chaos consultant. She claimed, without naming names, that people were hiding truths that would ruin reputations forever. Fans didn't have to think hard about who she meant. They dragged her straight into the timeline, demanding she elaborate. Instead of clarifying, Hazley posted another cryptic message with dramatic music and a caption that read, "Y'all not ready?" That two-word sentence triggered more panic than a fire alarm in a crowded stadium within minutes. TikTok storytellers began creating hazily decoded videos, drawing arrows, circling emojis, and narrating theories like investigative journalists exposing government corruption. One popular creator insisted Hazley was referring to documents related to Ronny Doe. Another claimed there was hidden footage Zeus was afraid to release. Someone else swore Blueface knew everything and was waiting for the right moment to speak. Fans treated these videos like gospel. Accuracy didn't matter. Mystery did. And Hazley's cryptic energy gave the internet all the mystery it needed. Blueface, being the undisputed king of intentional chaos, joined the madness again, posting a smirking selfie with the caption, "Told y'all." That single line made the internet shake like a phone on vibrate. People interpreted it as confirmation that something massive was about to drop. Others saw it as a warning shot to Chrisean. And his haters saw it as Blueface playing puppet master with the whole scandal, regardless of interpretation. One fact was clear. Blueface was enjoying himself far too much for someone supposedly uninvolved. And while the Zeus CEO stayed silent publicly, the network's social media pages suddenly began acting weird. Deleted posts, edited captions, stories disappearing, comments being turned off. Every tiny move sent fans spiraling. One deleted Zeus IG story became a screenshot shared thousands of times with captions like "they're hiding something." Every missing post became proof that something was being covered up. People love a conspiracy more than the truth, and this scandal gave them the perfect playground. Chrisean, meanwhile, broke her silence in the most explosive way imaginable. She went live, shaking, pacing, shouting, crying, her emotions ricocheting like pinballs. She denied every rumor. She accused Zeus of betrayal. She screamed about being targeted. She said people were lying, twisting her words, and using her name for clout. She also hinted that she had her own receipts, a threat that only made the internet hungrier for more. Every clip of that live stream became content gold. Reaction channels replayed it like a thriller movie. Meme-wars turned her emotional breakdown into audio edits. Bloggers transcribed every word like courtroom. Reporters documenting a trial. But the most unsettling moment came when Chrisean hinted at the Ronny Doe situation, not directly, but with a line that sent chills across the internet. "Y'all don't know what I've been dealing with behind the scenes." That single sentence created an explosion. People didn't know if she was expressing fear, guilt, frustration, or something deeper. And because she didn't explain it, fans filled in the blanks with their imagination. Theories burst like fireworks. Some said she was being framed. Some said she was protecting someone. Others, the most dramatic group, said she was running from the truth. At the same time, Zeus Network fans started dragging old behind-the-scenes clips of Chrisean being uncooperative or emotional, claiming she was a liability waiting to happen. Critics accused Zeus of exploiting her mental health for views, but now trying to distance themselves when the fallout got too real. Both sides argued nonstop. Each believed they were right. And the CEO's silence only amplified the drama. Silence is louder than statements in the world of scandals, and Zeus was screaming nothing just when things were reaching the boiling point. A new twist dropped, a leaked DM alleging that Zeus executives had discussed removing Chrisean from all upcoming projects. Whether the message was real didn't matter. The internet believed it, and belief spreads faster than truth. Fans began saying Zeus was trying to cut ties before the Ronny Doe investigation exploded publicly. Others claimed Zeus had been waiting months for the opportunity. And the most unhinged group insisted Zeus wanted to sacrifice Chrisean to protect the brand. And through all this chaos, one horrifying idea kept gaining momentum. What if the Zeus CEO wasn't just distancing the network from Chrisean? What if he was building a case against her? Real or not, the theory stuck instantly. Every rumor, every clip, every deleted post became a breadcrumb pointing toward that narrative. The internet loves villains and victims. And they had decided who both were. The scandal got uglier, darker, and heavier as fans demanded the truth. But the truth, whatever it was, remained hidden beneath layers of silence, emotion, and chaos. Chrisean was fighting shadows. Zeus was fighting exposure. Blueface was fighting boredom. And the internet. They were fighting each other. The third phase of this disaster didn't just unfold. It erupted like a volcano. Finally giving up on being polite. By now, the Zeus CEO's silence had turned into a looming thundercloud hanging over Chrisean's entire public existence. Every hour brought a new rumor, a new source, a new screenshot someone claimed was real. The tension thickened until even casual observers, people who had no idea who Ronny Doe was 2 weeks ago, were suddenly acting like senior analysts on a federal investigation. And the ugliest part, every interpretation placed Chrisean closer to the fire. The first major shift came when entertainment. Lawyers began chiming in, not officially. Oh no. They were posting vague statements on Twitter and TikTok, saying things like a network can't target a cast member without strong cause or police involvement changes everything. They didn't mention Chrisean by name, but everyone knew. These comments spread like a second wave of panic. Suddenly, the public wasn't just gossiping, they were treating this like a real legal battle. Threads filled with people debating charges, liability, breach of contract, emotional distress. The Ronny Doe case, once whispered about, now became the centerpiece of a public courtroom with millions of judges at the same time. Blueface seized the moment like a man auditioning for Villain of the Year. He started posting sly references to truth coming out. People hiding behind tears and karma spinning the block. Each post made the internet lose its mind. Fans begged him to spill. Haters begged him to stop. Some said he was indirectly threatening Chrisean. Others said he was simply enjoying the drama. Regardless of intent, his presence added gasoline to every suspicion surrounding the Ronny Doe situation. He didn't need to drop evidence. He just needed to keep talking in circles. Meanwhile, Zeus Network fans and critics found themselves split. Some claimed the CEO was simply protecting the brand from potential backlash tied to the Ronny Doe case. Others said he was scapegoating Chrisean because she was too unpredictable. A smaller, louder group insisted the CEO was abusing power, weaponizing corporate resources against a woman he once made millions from. Conspiracy theories spread like pollen in allergy season. The more the CEO stayed quiet, the more dangerous the theories became. Silence breeds monsters. And the internet was feeding them protein shakes. But the darkest twist surfaced when bloggers began suggesting that Ronny Doe's Family was quietly pushing for answers behind the scenes, and that Zeus had information they weren't releasing. Whether true or not didn't matter. It created a terrifying narrative that Chrisean wasn't just involved in drama. She might have been orbiting a real serious situation. The possibility alone caused shockwaves. Fans who once defended her now hesitated. People who dragged her before suddenly felt uncomfortable. The scandal no longer felt like celebrity entertainment. It felt like a dangerous spiral toward something irreversible. Chrisean finally attempted a full explanation. But instead of calming things, it sent the internet deeper into speculation. She seemed overwhelmed, teary, frustrated. She kept insisting she was being set up, that Zeus wanted to control the story, and that the CEO was trying to make her look crazy. Her emotions were raw, unfiltered, and chaotic. And while some viewers sympathized deeply, others saw it as confirmation that pressure was cracking her composure. Her vulnerability became fuel for the machine hazily helped ignite. Every tear was replayed, every sentence dissected, every pause magnified. Blogs didn't help either. Headlines like "Chrisean breaks down under pressure" and "Zeus CEO silent" as accusations grow dominated feeds. Commentary channels made hour-long videos analyzing her tone, body language, breathing, lighting, yes, even lighting, claiming everything pointed to guilt, fear, cover-ups, or conspiracies. The internet wasn't consuming content anymore. It was devouring Chrisean's sanity for entertainment. But then, the ugliest shift happened. People started turning on each other. Fan bases that once united in chaos now fought viciously. Zeus loyalists accused Chrisean supporters of enabling her. Chrisean diehards accused Zeus fans of supporting corporate bullying. Blue-faced fans dragged everyone. Neutral viewers mocked all sides. The Ronny Doe investigation, once a quiet mystery, became a civil war across multiple platforms. And in the center of the battlefield stood Chrisean, battered emotionally, publicly dissected, and unsure where the next attack would come from. Then came the leaked audio. A short clip, muffled, emotional. Allegedly Chrisean. Allegedly about the truth catching up. The authenticity was unclear, but the impact was nuclear. It rocketed across TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram within minutes. People claimed it was proof, then minutes. People claimed it was proof. Others said it was AI, but it didn't matter. The internet decided it felt real, and that was enough to move the story forward like a freight train with broken brakes. The leaked audio reignited every dark theory tied to Ronny Doe. Suddenly, old rumors resurfaced. People brought up timelines, re-examined footage, and created new conspiracy boards that looked like FBI archives. Even innocent details like Chrisean taking breaks from social media, or looking tired, or posting song lyrics became evidence to millions of armchair investigators. Reality didn't matter anymore. Perception did. And perception was spinning out of control. Zeus's reaction, deleting a set of old clips and disabling comments on several posts, only made things worse. Instead of calming the public, the actions appeared suspicious. Commentators claimed it was damage control. Fans said Zeus was scrubbing evidence. Critics said the CEO was building a case. Whether any of that was true didn't matter. The silence, mixed with selective deletion, shaped the narrative more than any official statement could. The aftermath for Chrisean was devastating. Her brand shifted. Her reputation shifted. Even her supporters shifted. She went from being the internet's chaotic sweetheart to the center of a potential investigation. A terrifying leap fueled by rumors, screenshots, assumptions, and Hazelie's initial spark. Sponsors paused deals. Producers hesitated on new bookings. Even influencers who once used her for clout backed away like she was radioactive. The Ronny Doe case had become a shadow she couldn't escape. And the Zeus CEO, he became the cold, silent villain of the story, the man pulling strings, making calls, building pressure, or stepping back and letting the public destroy her for him. But here's the truth. The internet refuses to accept Nobody knows the real truth. Not yet. Everything online is speculation wrapped in emotion, wrapped in chaos. And until official facts drop, every narrative is just a louder version of the one before. But one thing is certain. This scandal isn't dying. It's mutating. And the next twist? It's coming faster than anyone expects. And if you survive this absolute hurricane of chaos, congratulations, you're officially built for the Expose Express universe, where scandals never sleep, secrets never stay buried, and every plot twist hits harder than a blue face. Tweet. At 3 a.m., what you just witnessed wasn't a story. It was a digital demolition. The kind that flips timelines upside down and turns casual viewers into full-time detectives with zero training and maximum confidence. But trust me when I say this, the next twist in the Chrisean Zeus CEO Ronny Doe madness is already brewing somewhere in the shadows. Someone somewhere is about to press post. And the internet is going to explode all over again. Before you sprint into the comments to fight, scream, theorize, or drop the wildest conspiracy your brain can cook up, make sure you smash that like button like it owes you bail money. Hit subscribe like you're slamming a courtroom door shut. And ring that notification bell so aggressively it files a complaint. Your engagement isn't just support. It's the gasoline that keeps Expose Express burning hotter than every influencer meltdown on the planet combined. You show love, we show receipts. You hit like we hit harder with the next Expose dot. Now drop your hottest take. Is the Zeus CEO building a case? Is Chrisean being set up? Is Blueface secretly narrating this from a throne made of chaos? Or is the Ronny Doe truth about to burst into the open like a firework gone rogue? Whatever you believe, type it below, because the comments section here is where theories become legend. This is Expose Express. Signing off until the next scandal detonates. Stay loud, stay messy, and stay ready. Because the truth, oh, it's coming, and it's coming fast. It's coming fast.